we're going to give a brief financial status. And on your last email, you got at least a temperature of what the business is. Basically what I said was that we have been growing steadily over the last 4 years, and there have been accumulated dividends for each of the type A and B shares, and we'll have a summary there because it's the same it doesn't change. It changes on a quarterly basis and it accumulates, but you'll see the total that we have up to date. Then I'm going to show you a couple of market spreadsheets that I keep to the control of, how much we're spending, how much we're making, which is not very much, but so you can see the trends and compare them to last year. And then I'm going to go into the dividends and the shares themselves, because I have a spreadsheet where all the shareholders are and how many shares. We're going to put that 100 share that you won last week and the new one that you won this week, we're going to actually put it in there so that you can see how it fits in the spreadsheet when we get to that. And then the biggest thing for today was the announcing officially that the first ever Swepsonville Pumpkin Festival. So we had a pumpkin festival here before about 3-4 years ago, something like that, but it wasn't called that. It was something else. But anyway, we are going to initiate that this year. We're working already with Alexander Wilson Elementary School. I'm working with a farmer to get 200 pumpkins brought here, and 100 of them will be donated to the kindergartners of Alexander Wilson. They'll come here with their families, get their pumpkins. We'll have bobbing apples, sack races, all this stuff. And I have Barbara here. She's helping me organize some of the activities, and maybe some help. But the church, the United Methodist Church, is gathering, they say, a half a dozen volunteers to help us with the parking and the logistics and stuff like that. So that, yeah, that's good. And then number 3, if anybody likes to stay between 9, I'm offering free cappuccinos for those who want to stick around. So this here goes by share type and by quarters. This was this year, and this is what we accumulated last year, and I have a total. So for example, the escrow total for the type A shares is per share. So you guys, for every single share type A that you own, you have $1.97. So that's almost $2 per share. That is a dividend. So if you want to, that's what you get for one share. In addition to that, the $2,000 share that was up until February 1st has become $22.50. So if you want to get one of those type A shares now, the value is increased. So both those things happen. And then of course the type B share also gets, about a little bit less, but it's almost $1 per share. Okay. Here, 227 type A's have been sold, and depending, I still got 733 shares type A. So that's 1.6 million bucks. So I mean, it's out there. It's just not in here to make the building. We need $1 million to make the building. All right. So this here, I don't think you can see very well the numbers and all that, but if you focus on this over here, that's the current picture of each quarter. I keep track of the money that we make each week, right? Each week, and then each one of these lines is a week. So, for example, on the weekly net, if I look at let me see. If I look at April the 6th, see, so the weekly net was $800 that we made on that week. You know, so I said, oh, okay. But then look at this big number here. What happened there? We lost $1,100 that week. Yeah, I mean, that's good to know. But why? Well, that was April 27th. That was actually after you know, when the books catch up with the expense that was done 2 weeks earlier on Swepsonville Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. But that's why I keep track of this. But then I said, okay, wouldn't it be interesting to see how we did last year? This was last year. And, you know, I did the same exercise. And the interesting thing I found was that the weekly net was larger. We were making, I think, you know, if you look at these numbers, you know, look at this, $2,900, $1,000, even in April. You know, so we were, oh, in April, this was April. But we were making more money. And I said, what? What happened? How can that be? If we're growing, how are we making more money last year? Well, we were selling more shares. Yeah. And we have about twice as many events this year as planned anyway as last year. Yeah. We already passed the number from last year, so we were like 30%.